mine. I was obsessed with knowing his biography, which wasn't unlike a queer coming of age, the delightful yet odd child who doesn't quite fit in, the act of coming out, the disapproving family, the change of name. Was my devotion to him forged in a belief that I too could recast my differences in a new light? Around the same time, I encountered the word reinvention in a newspaper review of Madonna's bedtime stories. Despite my familiarity with the word invention, the appearance of this new prefix confounded me. I pictured the interior of a clock, its cogs rearranging themselves into a new system. Although the reviewer had used the word to describe Madonna's external changes, I instinctively interpreted the process as internal. From then on, I studied Madonna's career, primarily through vintage copies of her Rolling Stone cover issues, my first internet purchases, noting how often the word reinvention was used in relation to her. A new Madonna album meant a new sound, a new aesthetic, a new persona, and even new philosophical or religious beliefs. The new Madonna seemed to transcend the old Madonna, implying that at the core, she was a boundless being. This intentional remodeling, however appropriative, this perpetual reconstruction of the self felt sacred to me. The most common usage of the word reinvent has negative connotations. The phrase reinvent the wheel is generally preceded by the warning, don't. This suggests that reinvention is a misuse of time because the wheel is already perfect and can't be improved upon. Reinvention is framed as a wasteful and even foolish action, akin to another saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Is being broken the mother of reinvention? Living through trauma requires a partial death, or many little deaths. Marginalized bodies continually shed parts of ourselves in order to weather the disasters of oppression. This is one story I can tell myself, that I was forced to change, that I reinvented myself to please or subdue or even mimic my oppressor. I was the proverbial phoenix whose glorified ascension required incineration. But maybe this story gives fire too much credit. Another story I can tell is that my reinventions predate my trauma and my obsession with Madonna and are rooted in a different mythology. Growing up surrounded by Hindu lore, I was captivated by how gods themselves morphed, from turtle to monkey to 8-armed warrior goddess to Sai Baba, based on the mission at hand. Different desired outcomes, whether defeating a demon or imparting a lesson, demanded different exteriors. As Sai Baba explained, I have come armed with the fullness of the power of the formless God to correct mankind, raise human consciousness, and put people back on the right path of truth, righteousness, peace, and love to divinity. Reinvention here is once again not superficial, but spiritual. God's outward appearance might change, revealing flashy appendages and weapons, but the motivation is vast and holy. Even mere humans are born again and again, according to Hinduism, until our cumulative good words, thoughts, and actions outweigh our bad ones. At this point, our individual soul is liberated and merges with the supreme soul. Our bodies are mere shells, and our souls ache to be free. This is where homophobia and religion strangely, dangerously overlapped. Both imply